Good morning, guys. Welcome to day 48 until I'm a YouTube millionaire. Got a little bit of a scuff on my face from my pooches. They like to roughhouse every once in a while, and every once in a while they manage to get a little scratch on my face by accident. What's on my mind today is the idea of communism with respect to corporations, with respect to businesses. So, scientifically, it is shown, I forget the name of the term of this, but the maximum number of people that a person can remember, and have friendly associations with, like a family or some community friend or member or something like that, is 300 people. All right, it goes up the more intelligent you are, goes down the less intelligent you are. But 150 to 300 people is a good rough estimate. So what that means with respect to communism and corporations, right, is that communism, because you actually know the person personally in a commune, will only work in a community of 300 people or less. If your community, writ large, has a net intelligence, or let's say an aggregate mean intelligence that's more than average, right? More than the global average or the country average or what have you. So average IQ in the United States is 98, going down a little bit because we're taking in too many immigrants. We have a lot of illegal immigrants. And this is not a racist thing or anything. It's just a, statistical fact. United States citizens, those who are born here, generally speaking, have an average IQ of 98 to 100 or so. In Canada, the average IQ is 102. Right? Or at least that's the way it was back in 2017, right around there. Might have gone down. Same with the United Kingdom. That's Western countries for you. So, if your average IQ is 100, then expect to have a maximum communal circle of between 150 to 300 people. If your IQ is 115, right, on average, like Ashkenazi Jews, then you have perhaps a maximum communal size before communism no longer works of 350. Maybe. But just in general, we're going to say 150 to 300 people is what you can expect. So, you see these small communes across various countries in the world that actually do manage to make quote-unquote communism work a little bit. That's why. That's how. Because each individual knows the other individual. So there's skin in the game in that regard. You're not going to try to just steal something from someone and be a faceless entity doing it, a central government, right? But, if you weren't to know that person, you'd be more prone to doing it. And that's why communism breaks down at a larger scale. Unless you have some type of hive mind, where you have individuals who are not individuals, right? Who don't have their own perspectives, their own desires. They submit to the collective, which is something that is highlighted in the book Starship Troopers. The bugs that humanity is trying to defeat because they are attacking humanity are a hive mind. So their warriors are basically fodder, their drones are fodder, their brain bugs are the royalty, along with the queens and a few other types of bugs. We're not bugs. We're not a hive mind. So it doesn't work. You have to actually know the person face to face if you want to try to do something relatively similar to a communist system and have it work. Either that or force it. and force humanity to become a hive mind. And the only way you can really do that, at least as the communist perspective reigns, is you have to take over the whole world and turn the entire world into a cage, a prison. I do not submit to that theory in any way, shape, or form, but that's the basic idea. All right? And when it comes to corporations, it's the same thing. Once you get past about 300 individuals for the size of a company, a number of employees like chief executive officer, president, founder, etc., more than 300 people, then if you want it to work decently, you have to have a lower sect of working class, right? The lower sect of employees, lower caste of employees that operate in a drone-like manner. They have the incentive of being paid in dollars, but they're not going to have necessarily an idea of what the chief executive officer wants to do with the company, right? In other words, they don't have any more pull than that. The industrialization of the workforce, cubicle workers, that type of thing, and the military. Basically, if you want a big company to work, a massive company to work, it has to be something like what the military does. The lower level enlisted members and the lower level officers don't really have an idea of what the upper levels are doing. I mean, they have an idea, but they don't have the whole picture. All right. If there was not a forced mechanism, then this is entirely voluntary, and it truly is the free market. And each one of these companies of 300 plus people or whatever can duke it out with one another in a free market, and the best one will win out. When it comes to the military-industrial complex, we don't really have a choice in the matter for that. One, we do need some form of a defense mechanism against outside forces that seek to take away our freedoms and whatnot. But two, the military's there. It's enshrined in our Constitution. We need to be able to raise a militia and all that. Provide for the common defense, if you will. So, yeah. You have to accept reality as it is before you can try to change it and have that change stick. All right? I don't want communism. Never have, never will. I'm an individual. I want to be able to live the way I want to live, and I want you guys to be able to do the same thing. So, yeah. Those are just some ideas for today. Again, love y'all. Peace.